Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's having a good time. And there's nothing to, there's no complaints on my end. I'm just happy. Not only am I happy, man, I'm blessed. And I'm beyond blessed. I wanted to come back on here again and do what I've been doing every day for the last, going on 3 months now. But I wanted to jump on today, and the thing I wanted to talk about today is a good thing. And as the people come on in, we're going to have this good conversation today, a real good conversation. And one thing about it, and two things for sure, man, I love where I'm from, period. That is something that has been unwavering from day one. No complaints on my end on that end, but I love where I'm from. And growing up, love to me is an action word. There's action that come behind it. There's action that's come behind it. And the thing I wanted to talk about today is the simple fact is the truth isn't the issue. You just are afraid of change. That's just really what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I'm going to talk about some things, talk about some other stuff pertaining to common signs of a failed government, failed city and state, city and county government. But the truth isn't the issue. The issue is that you are just afraid of change. And this right here is just to clear the air on a lot of things, because I noticed that some of my posts that I shared the last few days have upset some people. And some people have been very opinionated about the posts and the things that I shared, which I welcome. I've always said it. I've been consistent about it. I welcome people to have differences of opinion. One thing I will address, though, this. What has really been saddening is the fact of how people are attempting to create a narrative that is not the truth. It's just simply not the truth. It's not the truth. And I just say, there's been some consistency with that. And I want to take some time to have a honest and open discussion about a few things, right? And this is an attempt to educate, to enlighten, to uplift, right? There seems to be a misunderstanding of what accountability is. Right. There seems to be a very, very big misunderstanding of what accountability is and what accountability looks like. Right. If somebody doesn't hold you accountable, and I say this like this, right. And I use this as an analogy that many of us are familiar with because it was used on us. When our parents, you ever had a parent or somebody that they about to whoop you and they said, man, this hurts me more than it hurts you. And you being the one receiving the whipping, like, man, what you talking about? No, I don't. But then it's funny how that shifts when you become a parent, right? And you're doing things and you're holding those accountable because you know that it's what's better for them. And what is the thing is, and this is, we're going to get a little bit into the psychology of some things, right? Because when we're dealing with something as far as with being from small towns, small areas, this is what happens, right? People become tribal. Regardless, they become tribal. And the reason why they become tribal is because for many of them, if you're talking about the realities of what they see, what they live in, what they deal with every day, and that is all they have known, then they become fearful of anything that challenges that. Even though they are upset with it, they are frustrated with the reality of what they're dealing with, but they still become protective of it because they feel they begin to identify themselves by it. That's what happens. And I'm going to talk about a few of those things, but one of the main things I really want to hit on is, I'm reminded of the Bible in the Bible where the story about the man that was at the pool of Bethesda. Right. And the man was there for 38 years. For 38 years, he showed up at the pool of Bethesda, waiting on when the angels came down and stirred up the pool, waiting on somebody to help him get in the pool. Now, what the Bible didn't talk about was the man was there for 38 years. He got to the pool, he got to the location, but he was waiting on somebody else to do something for him so that he can be healed. But it was amazing when he had a conversation with Jesus. And in that conversation with Jesus, where Jesus just simply asked him, do you want to be made whole? Jesus didn't tell him to get into that pool. He didn't tell him to boom. Jesus met him where he was and asked him a question. Do you want to be made whole? And he said yes. And Jesus said, okay, take up your bed. Take up the place where you've been laying there for 38 years. Take up that space in that place where you've been identified by, where everybody know, oh, that's the bed that man that's sick or that need to be healed at. That's where he be at all the time. Jesus told him to take up that bed and walk. And he was healed. That man didn't need nobody to do that when he went to the source. What am I saying with that? I am not calling myself Jesus. So I know people are going to like to fabricate things. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is there seems to be a large amount of people that are upset back home about this. This is the thing that they say. I ain't saying he wrong. I ain't saying he lied. I just think it's a little overkill about what he doing. And this is the new narrative that they're trying to put out. You know, okay, if he stick with the facts, you know, he don't have to get personal and do that. Where have I ever been personal? In the 100+ days I've been on, what have I said that's been personal? Now, this is the funny thing with all of that. I have shared where people have posted online, where I have screenshots that people said that me and Travis, I'm gay, and me and Travis are popping each other cherries. Nobody said nothing about that. Nobody said nothing negative about that. I got other posts and screenshots of people who said that my father is the father of my niece. Nobody said nothing about that. I got screenshots of people who spreading false rumors about my father, calling my father a pedophile. Nobody said anything about that. I got screenshots of Albert Fitzgerald Turner, the Perry County Commission chairman, who made fun or tried to make fun about my medical condition that's on my head. And he said, and I quote, he said, you messed up in the head inside and outside. But I don't see nobody saying nothing about that that's personal, that these personal shots have said and been said about me. And it's funny how you guys got all of this energy about me presenting facts. Me telling the truth. It's funny. It's so funny. And this right here is one of the most saddening but hilarious things, right? Everybody is calling for me to provide solutions. I'm gonna let you know this. I do have solutions. But the question I want to ask you, the same people that asking me for solutions, and I will clearly articulate 3 or 5 steps of solutions that can solve a lot of the issues that we're dealing with. But I highly doubt any of these elected officials would do so. And I will share that shortly. And this is, I mean, I'm being honest with you. And for everybody, and I will tell you this, I have yet to request or solicit advice on my methodology on how I'm doing things. I have clearly articulated that what I am doing, I feel that I am being divinely led to do what I'm doing. The other funny thing is this. The claims that I'm being paid by somebody to do this. That I'm being paid by somebody to do this. You know what? I love that. And it's hilarious to me because you know what? What that tells me is because the environment back home in Perry County and throughout the Black Belt is so corrupt that people are only used to doing something that they get paid to do. So my question is, are you getting paid to rebuttal or try to spread these false rumors by people? Are you being compensated to do it? I'm using your same logic. Or are you speaking for yourself because that's what you felt led to do? If you can have the freedom to speak for yourself because as you felt led to do it, then what is the issue with me speaking for myself and advocating for what's best for the community? I'm just saying, I'm using that logic. I've demonstrated that I'm a very logical person, that I operate with reason and logic. That is what I have demonstrated in these 100 days. And you know what's the other thing that's so funny to me? Shout out to this young lady. I saw her post this morning. Shout out to another young man who made the post. And he made the post yesterday. He said, why are these people so mad about Robert talking about the corruption with Albert Turner, but nobody is saying anything about Albert Turner being corrupt? And this young lady said, she was just basically saying, like, why are y'all talking about why is he posting every day instead of saying, why does he have something to post about every day? You know what's funny? At the end, towards the end of this month, next week, it'll be like 120 days that I've been doing this. 120 days. Do y'all know that Albert Turner has been in office over 9,125 days? Do y'all know that Dexter Hinton has been the mayor in Marion for over 3,300 days or 3,200 days? It'll be 3,650 days in November. Do y'all know that? And the thing is, you say I'm not lying, but you never respond back to what I'm pointing out. People say this, oh, it's public information that anybody can get it. My question to those that say that, who has provided that information? Who has taken the time, to provide it? And Matt, I agree. I have said this over and over again. If you don't like what I say, if you don't like the information I put out, why are you still coming? You can block me. You don't have to see it. But apparently you love watching and you keep watching. And then you will go and you post about me, about what I'm saying, and spread a narrative and try to spin a narrative. But the funny thing is, with all of that, 90% of the people that I've seen that's been sharing things, I got a question to you. Because all of y'all moved away from Perry County. Why did you move? Why aren't you staying? Why didn't you stay in Perry County? Because see, many of y'all, I know y'all left because y'all said y'all wanted better jobs. Y'all wanted better opportunities for schools, better work opportunities. Y'all said ain't nothing going on down here. Everything closing down. Ain't nothing getting better. But then turn right around and then be upset at me for pointing out the truth and facts about what's going on and who's responsible for it. Make it make sense. You know, this is the other thing. See, I'm not going to apologize for choosing to join the military. And I've served 26 years. I'll be retired on this Saturday is the day I sign out on terminal leave. This next Saturday is the day I sign out on terminal leave. Right? I made that decision 26 years ago. And this is what I want to explain to people. This is what I think a lot of people don't realize, right? This is what a lot of people don't even think about. I left the black belt 28 years ago. I graduated high school in 1998. May 20th of 1998 is when I graduated high school in Greensboro, right? Shoot, May 20th, before June, I was already up in Huntsville. I moved up in Huntsville, was living with my sister and my brother. I was working out. I was going to play football at the time, but that didn't work out at A&M. And I ended up auditioning on the spot with Dr. Carney for the band, and I marched in the band my freshman year. At the Alabama D marching maroon and white. I was in the tuba section. I was the freshman section leader, right? That's what I did, right? So I left 28 years ago. The thing that and I'm coming home. I'm moving back to Uniontown because I've been away and I come back and I see the conditions of everything, do you think that I done spent 26 years of my life defending people's freedom? Do you think I done spent 31 months of my life in a combat zone defending the freedoms of people, that I'm going to come back and not exercise those rights and not exercise my civic duty and asking about the right that I have the right to know about? Because if I'm living in a town, I'm paying bills in the town, the money in that town belongs to me. The money in that county belongs to me. And I got doggone want to know what's going on. When you got a county commissioner who announced on his page over the last 5 years that he secured funding over $43 million. But when I ask those questions about what's going on, it's a problem because of the frequency in which I'm asking those questions. But nobody got an issue. And you know what's funny? The funny thing is, Albert posted personal stuff about people for years. Nobody had an issue with it. I post facts. Now everybody up and they panties are always tight and all of that stuff. And guess what? I'm not going to stop. I'm not stopping. So the best thing for you to do is block me. The best thing for you to do is block me. And I have not solicited any requests on better ways of how I'm doing it, especially if I don't know you. Because the thing is, for all the people that feel like you have advice on how I'm doing things or better ways to do it, take that same advice that you're trying to tell me and you put that in action and you moving forward with solutions. Because this is the funny thing. This is the funny thing that you never hear them say. You will never hear them say this. Since I've been doing this, I started doing this consistently at the end of October of 2025. Since I've been doing what I'm doing, I'm going to give you some receipts of what happened that never happened before. On November the 3rd, I made a post on my page. The post on my page talked about on April the 4th, 2024, on the WAKA Channel 8 News, that the Perry County School Board Superintendent, Dr. Smiley, announced that they are completed and will be opening the Francis Marion baseball field, a $2 million baseball field. She said that everything was complete with the exception of the lighting, and the wiring and everything to the lighting was done. They just needed additional funding to actually put the lights up. That was on April the 4th, 2024. If you go to my page, matter of fact, let me do that. Let me do that real quick. Let me go to my page. Let me search my page. And I'm going to do Francis Marion. I'm going to do baseball. Let me see what pop up when I do baseball. If you go and you search baseball, here you go. Here you go right here. November the 3rd. Y'all see what I said, right? November the 3rd at 6:19 p.m. Monday. Look what it says. It said on April the 5th, WAKA aired a story and a news article was published about the opening of a new $2 million baseball facility for Francis Marion High School in Marion, Alabama. This price tag came with a natural grass field, 2 dugouts, and a concession stand with bathroom, but no lighting. On April the 9th, Perry County Commissioner Albert Fitzgerald Turner pledged on his Perry County Commissioner page that he was gonna, watch this, I'm going to secure the addition of $175,000 needed to complete the lighting. The work to connect the lighting had already been completed. Now let's go to it. As you see, I see Albert put up a new picture. He had no picture up yesterday, but this is what he posted. This is the post, right? And he talked about Chairman Turner notified the board at its March 24th meeting that he would go to work securing the necessary fundings. Right? And he talked about Prince Chestnut. Now, y'all see this. This was April the 9th, 2024. Now, y'all see November the 3rd. November the 3rd is when I made this post, and I brought it up. And I just talked about the cost, a $2 million cost for this baseball field was a little excessive in my opinion, based off of the average cost. Now, let's go to November the 19th. Because on November the 15th, Albert made a post that he secured the funding. 4 days later, on November the 19th, the old chairman, here you go on the 15th. Let's go to the 15th. Oh, he deleted that. Albert, why you delete that? This content isn't available at the moment. Albert, why did you delete that, my boy? Why did you delete what you posted? Is this because of accountability and people showing your misleading words? You said it, my boy. You said it. And everybody sees it. See, if you always tell the truth, you ain't never got to go and backtrack. And it's amazing. It's amazing. It is just amazing that these same people, well, he always posting every day, every single day. And he don't never talk about solutions. And the people already know. They already know what's wrong. He just is to help them fix it. You think them folks gonna let me help them? You think they gonna let me help them? This man went and deleted his post. When did y'all ever know Albert to delete posts on his page? Boy, hey, look, y'all can't make this up. Can't make this up. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Boy, this stuff is good. It is good. It is good. Let's keep going. All right. I'm going to see if he deleted the one on the 19th as well. Oh, this is a screenshot. I got the screenshot, so he can't delete this. This is what he said on the 19th. And like that, I'm sorry, hold on. Let me get it right. And like that, lights are installed. And I'm sure y'all he going to say about, he going to try to take a shot at me in here, right? The baseball field at Francis Marion School has been equipped with lights and is ready for night games. The installation of the lights became an issue after the Perry County School Board allocated funds to repair a collapsed road leading to the Albertoni Senior School campus, where the field is located. To mitigate costs, the board partnered with the Perry County Commission to utilize their labor and machinery for the road repair. Chairman Turner and State Representative Chestnut collaborated to secure the required funding through the state of Alabama, resulting in $200,000 in funding for the board to complete original plans. Chairman Turner stated, teamwork from the board up to the commission office over to the state house work together to make possible the end result. As long as those of us who are here, working together, we can achieve even more. Hey, y'all, here you go. Outsiders who have no understanding of what is really going on would not disrupt our unity and peace. Now, here you go. He said that the collaboration of the baseball field have led to efforts to revive youth baseball. He talked about Major League Group Connected. More promises, right? That man did that because I called him out. And he did that to shut me up. That's why he said outsiders. He know that. The community know that. But at the end of the day, I'm glad that those kids at Francis Marion had those lights up. Now, in my post, I asked, why did it take 565 days to do that? Why did it take an outsider to ask those questions and raise awareness to cause elected officials to do what they said promised to do almost 2 years ago? Hey, that's why I'm posting. That's why I'm raising awareness. Y'all see that? At the end of the day, those kids benefiting from this. Those kids at Francis Marion are benefiting from this. You see what I'm saying? But I know you're going to go spin a narrative. Hey, and for those that want to know, am I getting paid? I just want y'all to look up something. Because it's public information. Since y'all say that I do it, I'm going to give you something to go look up. I'm a major, a 04 in the United States military with 26 years in. Go look that up. Just go look that up. Go look up what a major make with 26 years in. And I'll be a disabled veteran. So just go look that up. And then once you find that out, it may answer your questions on if I need to be compensated or not for what I'm doing. You know what I say that when people say that, what it gives me a vibe of somebody that ain't never used to a good man or a good woman. So they always used to dealing with trash, and they get with somebody that's good, but they can't handle it because they always expecting them to do something because they don't know what consistency is. They don't know what somebody being honest is. They don't know what somebody genuine in their nature and their efforts towards their men. So they in their back of their mind, because they're not used to it, they're fabricating all of these mistruths to make themselves feel comfortable. Instead of them getting out of their comfort zone and embracing the newness of what they got, they don't even realize they blessed with what they have, and they end up running that blessing away because of their own insecurities and their fears and their ignorance. It is what it is, man. And the thing about it is, with all of this, man, the thing about it with all of this is, where have I lied at? Where have I lied? You know, it's so funny. It is so funny. It's so funny about what people do, right? And for all of those people, and I'm getting back, and I'm gonna get to something else that I'm gonna talk about. But this is to all those people. This is the question that everybody that are upset with my methodology and how I'm doing it. Dante, you are 100% correct. Me and Dante served together in the military. We served together in Germany over 10 years ago. My man's a die-hard Georgia Bulldog fans, Georgia fans. And he can tell you, I rep Alabama all day, every day. You know why? Because I love where I'm from. And I'm coming home. See, I ain't moving away to Bessemer. I'm not moving away to Tuscaloosa. I'm not moving away to Birmingham. I'm coming home to make better of home. You know why? Because I'd be damned if I come home and I'm going to let people piss in my face and call it rain. I'll be damned if I come home and these elected officials aren't held accountable to do the job that they swore oath to and they got elected to do, either if it was legal or illegal, allegedly. They in that position to do the job. So I want to know what the budget is. I want to know what the revenue is. I want to know what the expenditures are. I'm going to know that. I want to know who got that contract. I want to know how the vote was, who voted yes or no for it. Because you know why? Because I'm retired. And like my song on my last album, I got time today. I got time today. That's what I got. But for everybody that has something to say, that's making all these posts about me and try to fabricate all of these mistruths, right? This is my question I have to you. When I started this, like I said, almost 120 days ago, that's one incident for me doing what I'm doing. Got the lights up at Francis Marion. Other thing, 2 weeks after I made the post about Uniontown, people had to say that, right? People had something to say about it, and they organized a cleanup. Guess what I did? 2 weeks later, I drove back 7 hours back from 30 minutes from Savannah in Hinesville, Georgia, Fort Stewart, where I'm at right now. And I drove home to help clean up. Guess what? all the hundreds of people or all them people that had something negative to say, I was one of 5 people to show up to help clean up downtown. See, a lot of people got something to say, but they ain't gonna never show up. And I want to know, what have you done? What have you done to help the community? What have been your efforts besides you disagreeing with me? What have been your efforts? What are the tangible efforts that you've done to help the community? I came back. I volunteered to clean up. I also did a song for Uniontown. I also have pledged to give 6 kids a $500 scholarship in May at all Perry County schools. 2 from Hatch, 2 from Francis, and 2 from Breakthrough Academy. What have you done? I'm waiting. What have you done? What tangible things have you done? Where have you volunteered to help clean up in the community? Where have you volunteered to help clean up that park? Because if we want to go around the Black Belt, I've been a sponsor. I sponsored one of the youth basketball teams in Greensboro this year. I've done it for the last 4 years. I sponsored one of the teams up in Uniontown for the last 2 years. I sponsored a baseball team in Greensboro last year when, shout out to Laramie Long, when he organized a youth baseball league in 2 weeks. What have you done? Where you put your money at? I fed my high school football team the last 2 years that I drove back, cooked the food, and fed them. What have you done? Since you always got something to say about me providing solutions, my question to you is, what have you done to help the community that you defending the people responsible for the conditions they in? What have you done, my dear friend? What have you done? Why did you leave? Why did you leave? You know, these narratives, man, it's so fun. These folks don't even know me. They didn't even know I existed before Facebook. And you got an opinion about me, about what I'm doing? You don't know me. I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't have an opinion about you. But I can guarantee you one thing. The people that actually know me, they know that Shep been Shep his whole entire life. Shep have been Shep his whole entire life. And if you think I don't love where I'm from, you highly mistaken. Highly mistaken. And just because you're seeing me now, that don't mean that I ain't been doing it then. And the other thing is, I don't have nothing to prove to you. It's just if you're going to speak something about me, at least at a minimum, be factual. The same way I've been factual. I've never said nothing personal about anybody on here. Listen, I got a sense of humor. I'm silly. I'm real silly. And I crack some jokes. And I know this provides some entertainment. But most of it is education. Now, I also understand that people don't like to read. I also understand that there's a lot of people that are fearful of the information that's being provided. And the whole thing is raising awareness so the community can take action. You know why? Because the community is the one responsible for allowing the conditions being where it's at right now. Because we didn't hold our elected officials accountable. Because they was our friends, they was black, we gave too many passes, and these folks consistently didn't do the right things. And nobody really got into details and got in the weeds about it. And we just let them go on and we got along to get on. And I also understand this dynamic. I understand that there's a portion of our population back home who's only concerned about what they can get from anything. As long as you can get something, long as you can get $40, $50, somebody to pay your bill here and there, you to get a hookup to use a facility, and you ain't got to pay it. You can get the rec center for free. You can get the depot for free. As long as you good with that, then you okay and you support the people in power. But then turn around and be mad because you got to buy $150 in water and filters every month. Do y'all know that there's people having to take their kids and their grandkids to the emergency room because they're breaking out, their skin breaking out because of the water? Like, and I'm being honest with you, like, what is the thing about it? Like, the thing, and people want to point blame on somebody. Somebody shared with me a video, and in the video of the water fountain, right? For the people, I shared a video last night, somebody shared a video of me. They was running a fire hydrant in District 4. And what I said, this was in the title, this is water from District 4 in Perry County. Somebody asked me, they asked me why hadn't I contacted Brent Harrison. And I informed that person that District 4 is Barbara Howe's district. Brent Harrison is District 3. Right? When it's black folks want to always try to point blame at white folks instead of holding people accountable for who's responsible, regardless of their color, then that's why we are in the position that we in. And it's sad, but I would tell you this. You agreeing with me or not is not going to stop me from raising awareness. If I bother you so much, block me. If I bother you so much, block me. But you can't say I lied and you know I ain't lied. But I want everybody to do this with me as I go. And I'm about to go back to my page. And as I go onto my page and as I go, if I go to my page, I'm going to a post that I made this morning. And the post is common facts, common signs a city and county government is failing. Common signs a city and the county government is failing. Now I'm going to go through this. And I say, here's common signs a city and a county government is failing or sliding towards failure. One sign alone doesn't prove it. But when you see several at once, that's a red flag. Now, I'm going to ask you guys as we go through it. It's 11 different things, signs listed. As we go through this, I'm just going to ask you to mentally take notes and see, okay, have you observed any of this in the town or the city government, city or county, town, city or county government that you live in? Right? Have you observed any of this? All right. These are signs that the government is failing. Money, number one, money and accountability breakdown. Budgets don't match reality. Repeated deficit, constant emergency transfers, and no clear plan to pay bills. Late or missing audits or repeated material weaknesses or repeat findings. Financials can't be trusted and leaders can't explain basic numbers. Unpaid obligation. Vendors stop bidding. Utilities get behind. Insurance lapses, payroll issues, or pension benefits problems. No procurement discipline. Contracts without bids, missing documentation, same vendors, always win in vague consultant invoices. 2, basic service falling apart. Water sewage failures, boil water notices, chronic leaks, sewage spills, high water loss, slow repairs, no maintenance plan. Roads and drainage deteriorate with no published prioritization schedules or completed project lists. Public safety instability, high turnover, understaffing, slow response time, rising complaints, broken equipment. Trash pickup code enforcement become inconsistent, missed route, illegal dumping, abandoned property spreading. That's just getting in number 3. Number 3, leadership and management dysfunction. High turnover in key roles, clerk, finance director, police chief, public works, city attorney, or long vacancies. Decisions are personality driven, not policy driven. Everything depends on one person. Staff fears retaliation. No measurable goals, no dashboards, no project timeline, no here's what we did this quarter, just slogans. Hashtag moving Marion forward, keep Big Al working for you. Number 4, transparency and public trust collapse. Stonewalling records requests, delays. We don't have it. Charging unreasonable fees and refusing to provide contracts, invoices. Meetings that avoid scrutiny. Weak agenda / minutes. Unclear votes, last minute items. Limited public comments or no public comments. Decision made off camera, i.e. executive sessions. Next one, information control. Leaders communicate via social media attacks or rumors more than official reports and public documents. Number 5, grant projects failure patterns. 6, ethical and legal warning lights. 7, on-street symptoms, resident notice. You hear nobody knows who's in charge. They never call back. It takes months to get anything done. Businesses, watch this. Businesses avoid the city and county because permitting is slow, unpredictable, or utilities are unreliable. Water system failures. You get a lot of board notices keep happening or the same problems repeat. Low pressure, main breaks, turbidity, which means dirty water, sewage overflows, and back to dirty water. Billing chaos. People get wildly inconsistent bills, estimates for months, unexplained shutoffs, or no clear appeal process. It's been reported that people in Marion, they intentionally get late bills and they send them out late. Audits failure signs. 10, contract and procurement failure signs. And 11, incompetent leaders patterns. Blame shifting. Always blaming past administration, staff, resident, or the state, but they've been in charge long enough to own outcomes. See, I know people don't like to read this type of stuff, but the reason why I provide it, the reason why I take the time to provide it, because it is about education and raising awareness. The other thing is, when we're providing facts, and as y'all saw earlier, when I went to Albert Page, he deleted that post. He deleted that post because I held him accountable. He's going back and trying to delete stuff now. You know why he's doing that? He's deleting it is because he knows I'm coming for receipts. He knows I'm coming for contracts. He knows that. He knows that. So he's trying to go back and delete it. But you know what, my boy? I already got it. That's what they scared of. That's why they been quiet. That's why you ain't been hearing them say anything. I'm just being honest with you. That is the reason why. Because they want to avoid accountability. We got folks in city governments that's been shredding paperwork, been trying to get rid of evidence. Just want y'all to know that's digital trails. And they know that when you make these complaints to these agencies that come in and do these investigations, that they need hard evidence. They need like 5 W's, who, what, when, where, and why. So reason why when I post stuff, the reason why I post it on this date, so that you can have it in chronological order and you can easily articulate that and share that. This is what accountability looks like. And I know a lot of people aren't used to that. They just used to just going along to get along. Right? But I do want to excuse me. Let me see. I'm a skeptic when it comes to public leaders. I'm a skeptic. Now, I say I'm from Missouri. Missouri, the show me state. I trust you when I verify. And this is the thing. That is your right. That is your right as people. Like, we've gotten so comfortable with just trusting these folks. And I'm telling you. So this is the question that I want to ask you guys is. For all of those people who've been elected to serve in these elected official positions over the last 20 plus years, 10, 20 plus years, how much well off are those people doing than the people in the community? How much well off? Do y'all know? I just want people to just know this. With Albert Turner, do y'all know that the Perry County Commission is a part-time elected position? A part-time elected position. That they get about $1,800 a month, about $2,400 a month for the chairman. $2,400 a month for a part-time position. $2,400 a month for a part-time position. 2,400 times 12 equals $28,000. $28,800. $28,800. How much money is the county spending to provide a part-time position with a vehicle that's traveling all the way up and down the roads and put thousands of miles on that vehicle every year? That the county paying for that gas for an SUV. Do y'all know how much it costs to fill up an Expedition? Oh, I had one. Gas $3 right now. You talking about close to $100. You ripping up and running down the road and you doing 10, 20,000 miles, between 6,000 to 10,000 miles in a month on a county vehicle for a part-time position. Y'all make it make sense. And if I'm asking those questions, I'm asking those questions about what's happening. Now I'm stalking. Now I'm being messy. Now I'm being divisive. But we got a county official, a part-time county official, that's driving a vehicle as his own personal vehicle. And it was funny. I was live yesterday. I got a report that Albert was back at the Albert Turner Enterprises in the county vehicle. And I asked the community to take a picture, and somebody took a picture, and folks say I'm stalking. I'm in Georgia. The community watching. That's what accountability is. And the thing is, like, this is the other thing. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this so people can hear me. This for the people sitting in the back. For all of the recommendations that you have for me, and for me to do something in a different way, I'm not against recommendations. But why aren't you implementing those recommendations? Why are you trying to tell me about it? Why won't you do it? Why won't you do it? You know, man, you know, I agree with what you're saying, but, you know, some people just think it's overkill. They can block me. But what I think is overkill is the 25 plus years we had the same elected officials that have been driving our county down. Like, when I say things like this, and I've shown it before, but I'm finna show you guys something. I'm going to show you guys something. Oh, and for those people that are upset about the AI pictures, you do know that Dexter Hinton, when I use his official Facebook picture, you do know Dexter submitted a complaint to Facebook for copyright infringement for me using his intellectual property. So to get away from any of that, that's why I transitioned to AI. Having a little fun with it too. I know y'all like it. But if you sensitive about that, why don't you ask the mayor why was he so sensitive to do a copyright infringement claim about his official mayor photo that other people are using, and I know he ain't filed no copyright infringement on them. But he only did it on the 2 posts that I talked about the audit because he didn't want the truth to come out about the audit. It's crazy. Crazy. But you know what, though? One thing I will do, I will be honest with you guys. And the people send me information, guess what? I ain't never tell nobody where it come from. And then even if they tell me information, hey, you got a link? Where can I verify this at? But I want to show y'all something. I want eyes would say, eyes want to show you something. Show you something. Show you something. Show you something. Ooh, yeah. Here we go again. We didn't start it. All right, Albert, he's on it again. He posted this 22 minutes ago. He said, Chairman Turner plans to focus on housing initiative in next term. See, I want to show y'all. Look, this right here is good. Like this right here, for people calling for a case study. This is a political case study on tactics, political tactics, right? And I'm going to show you another political tactic that is doing this, right? So he's nervous about his campaign. Oh, and it was reported to me that Albert is been reaching out to people to donate to his campaign, to his Cash App, and I can share his Cash App with everybody if y'all want to make a donation. I'll be donating $10 to the Keep Big Al working for his campaign. I will be donating that via Cash App, and y'all know I'm gonna show receipts. But it was reported to me that he's been reaching out to people to make donations via Cash App to his campaign. So if y'all want to do that, please do that. I feel need to just support the chairman in his endeavors to get reelected. But back to this, I just want to show y'all this tactic. This right here, this tactic right here is let me show y'all something next term. So, he gonna be working it. And I ain't even read it yet. I just pulled it up. It came up 22 minutes ago. Now they just got the $5 million, right? They just got the $5 million in Uniontown that Uniontown was responsible for. But here go Albert, right? He's going to talk about Marion. So the people in Marion, and he's going to talk about his district. Y'all think I'm like, y'all been talking to y'all, so I ain't even read nothing. But when y'all see it, y'all going to see it and be like, this joker never quits. Never quits. Here it go. Chairman Turner plans to focus on housing initiative in next term. Chairman Turner is collaborating with the National Association of Counties to advance housing issues in rural counties. National Association of Counties has created a program designed to guide counties in developing actionable plans for affordable housing, even in the absence of a housing authority. As a leader in the Agriculture and Rural Affairs Policy Committee, Chairman Turner is spearheading efforts to utilize government-owned properties for housing development. He has identified a parcel of land in Marion, Alabama, along Alabama Highway 14, formerly a housing development site, which can be repurposed. The next step involves locating the property owners and finding a developer partner to collaborate with the county. Chairman Turner's strategy involves securing funding to acquire the property, educating county commissioners on the investment values, and garnering support from at least 2 commissioners to proceed with purchasing the abandoned property and placing it into a county land trust. This structure allows for low-cost sales, land donations, or long-term leases, ensuring long-term affordability for residents. Chairman Turner remains committed to expanding affordable housing initiatives during his next term, focusing on infrastructure development. He is scheduled to meet with USDA officials at the NACO conference to discuss rural housing challenges. Just empty promise. Just more. He talked about housing. He's going to use it during his next term. You're not getting reelected. The gig is up, my boy. The gig is up. The people are watching. The community going to request the state to come in so they can curb the appetite or even the mitigate the attempt to get back in by leveraging absentee ballots. Now, my question is this. Albert said that he's a leader in the Agriculture and Rural Affairs Policy Committee. What has he done from that since he's been a part of this? Y'all already know Albert lied on the NACO, saying that they came down and did an independent analysis and that he didn't. See, the NACO is a national organization for counties, right? That you can pay a membership, your county can pay a membership fee and be a part of it, and they lobby and they advocate on behalf of counties in DC. They share resources as far as with, what people are doing, but they don't do the stuff that Albert talks about. And it's just more promises that you ain't got no measurables. The man promised Cedar Bluff Road was going to get fixed in 2023. Like this, I'm just being honest. This is what it is. And while y'all okay with him lying to your face and seeing the reality is what it is, but you mad because I'm calling it out. Make it make sense. That right there is cognitive dissonance. But I'm finna show y'all something. Finna show y'all something. I'm going here to search. I'm going to do Dexter Hinton. I'm going to do Dexter Hinton. The boy looking pretty good in that uniform. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie about that. I ain't even gonna lie about that. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see. Cause what I'm getting at is I'm finna show y'all just how much Albert used to talk about Dexter. I'm gonna get to it. This one, Judge Wiggins to Hinton, lawyer up. Right, he talking about the results of the election. Let me see. The first issue of the hearings was granted by Wiggins to allow attorney Hank Sanders to withdraw as Hinton's attorney. Sanders acknowledged he had a conflict of interest in the matter. Sanders is the legal representation for the city of Marion, who is also a defendant in the challenge. Sanders argued that he did not know that the city was part of the proceedings, as he was only forwarded the summons pertaining to Hinton and the city clerk, Lord Hinton. So they filed, Albert led the charge with filing a lawsuit against Dexter when he was supporting Hughes to run against him. Right? That's what he did. Y'all watch this. Marion wants to work together now. Look at this. Marion's crumbling roads are not new. The same thing happened. Y'all see this? The city of Marion rejected opportunity multiple times to work together on main roads. Listen, I just want y'all to see, it's so much of negativity that he talked about the city. So much. And this man, Ron Miller. Let me go to Ron Miller. He talked about Ron Miller bad as well. And this man talked about people bad for years. Everybody know that Albert did it. I share facts and people acting like I'm cussing people grandmamas out. And Miss David, you are 100% correct. That's the same thing I'm talking. I don't care what color you are. If you are in there and you're responsible for the conditions, I'm going to hold you accountable. I want people to understand this. Since 1972, Uniontown has had a black mayor. Mayor Hayden, Mayor May, Mayor White, Mayor Hunter, Mayor Jones, Mayor Miller. And in that same time period, I know Dudley Long, she's white. She's on the city council right now. But it probably may have been three white people that's been elected officials in Uniontown in the last 54 years. So who's responsible for Uniontown being the way that it is? So when I hold these elected officials accountable, then all of a sudden it's a problem because I'm a black man and the white people glad to see the black people fighting against each other and dividing when I'm just asking what happened. I just want y'all to understand that logic. Like, seriously, understand that logic. We have been in charge. We have allowed this to happen as a community because we didn't hold people accountable. And it's really sad to where people are upset at the truth and not saying nothing about what they already know to be true and the corruption and all this stuff. They just want to spin their lives. And I would tell you, all of those attempting to try to make this something that it ain't, I'm not wasting my time and energy on it. I'm sticking to the facts. If I lied, bring me the proof that I lied. But just because you disagree with me don't mean that I lied. You don't know me. You don't know me from nowhere. And my question is, why are you so passionate about what I'm doing and you left? Come on back home. Let's work together. Let's collaborate to fix these problems. And I said earlier, I provide solutions. This right here, these are solutions that will solve most of the problems in Perry County. Well, one, we got to come to Jesus about the fabricated and propagated racial divide in Perry County. It's really heavy in Marion because you have more white people, not so much prevalent in Uniontown, but that BS, that has to be addressed firsthand. And that comes from the elected officials and those that are the community leaders, these pastors, these churches, to come together and show for a fact that we're about one thing, and that's supporting human beings and doing what's right. The first thing is what I would do as the mayor, as the city on the county commissioner, or the mayor in Marion, the mayor in Uniontown, or on the county commission. The first thing I would do is I would go and have a meeting with Waste Management, the landfill. Waste Management is a billion-dollar corporation. Waste Management has made $155 million at the Uniontown landfill since 2024 and 2025, based off of the tonnage of trash that they got in, and them charging $57 to $70 a ton. I will go to them and I will ask them, hey, one, I am coming to you guys to request an advance or a donation of $300,000. This is what I would do with the $300,000. Number one, the $300,000, I would allocate funding to conduct a full forensic audit in the city of Uniontown, the county of Marion, and the city of the county of Perry County and the city of Marion. I would dedicate that, allocate about $50,000 a piece, because a forensic audit will cost more than a regular audit. That forensic audit would show everything, where all the money is at, where everything is at, and then from the results of those forensic audits, if you've been found to misappropriate and mismanage money, you will be charged accordingly. I don't care who you is. I don't care if you're somebody's grandmama. I don't care. You can be a great person. I can love you. But if you've been stealing, if you've been taking from the people in this community, you will be held accountable. But you know what? I wholeheartedly know that those elected officials will fight tooth and nails against that happening. But then I will go on. I will also use the rest of that money, and I will go to Waste Management, and I will ask them, can we partner with you so that we can get trash cans done that have Waste Management on it, that either say Perry County, City of Marion, or the City of Uniontown, and give trash cans, real trash cans, with the numbers, and get with the city water department and sewer department, and then assign a number to each home and an account with each home, and they will get a trash can. So we ain't got to use those cutout plastic 55-gallon drums that people have been using for trash cans back home in 2026 in Uniontown. Those are the first two things I would do. The other thing I would do is, starting in March, I would start a budget workshop. A budget workshop that we will have we will have a meeting every month where all department heads, I will have a meeting with them that we will lay out what are all of their expenses, and we would do historical research of the last year, of all of their expenses by month, what their bi-monthly expenses are. And then we will sit there collectively and do a brainstorm of planning out what is projected out for the next year. That we will come up with the dates, those big events, where all the conferences at, class day out, we'll put all of that up on the calendar so we know what our big ticket items are. And we will develop a budget according to our revenue coming in and our monthly expenses, a 12-month. And guess what? Each department head will have to submit the same thing for their department. You see that? I just want people to understand that. That's how you do setting up a business, talking about a budget. And then guess what? The state of Alabama passed the budget for FY26 last May. And as we go through it, and as we train people, because I did that, that's what I did in the military. And I keep telling people, you got people that have know-how, people that's been trained, but you got people that's back home that don't want nobody to come in because they don't want nobody to tell them that they did something wrong because they too darn sensitive. It's so funny that people that don't have a clue, that don't have the experience, that never been exposed to it, got all of these things about what people should do, where you actually have people that have the experience, that have the knowledge, that did it on large levels, that have an understanding of how to do things, that understand about day-to-day operations, that's been an operation officer, that been a support operation officer, that been a budget officer, that manage logistics, that understand supply chain management, that understand how to purchase and do things, that understand contracting. That's what it is. But we don't, these leaders, I want y'all to ask them, hey, I have said it over and over again. I'm willing to help. I've even sent it to the mayor of Marion. I sent it to them. You think they're gonna reach out to me? No, because they in their feelings, because I'm pointing out they lack their incompetence as leaders. And we settle for it because we don't know no better. But when somebody comes back that's from there, born and raised there, they got a heart to do right about it, now all of a sudden, you know, man, they think they better than everybody. You know, he go away, he get in the military, he think he better than it. No, I don't. Do you know this? Right, okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull something up. Give me 1 second. A lot of people don't realize what people know. What people know. I'm about to I'm going to show you guys something. The Command General Staff College. That's why I attended in 2020, 2021. The Command General Staff College is the premier military leadership training school in the world. They teach about 5,000 majors a year. It is at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. I want people to understand this. While I was there, I was a resident student. So to be resident student, you had to be top 50% to even be considered for that of your year group. So I was in the top 50 percentile of all the majors in the Army. in my year group to go to that school. Command General Staff College. I just want people to understand, because a lot of people don't know, right? It is a rigorous leadership training school that talks about it talks about it talks about intergovernmental, interagency, joint, and international relations. We have the best of the officers from other countries, from Saudi Arabia, from Australia, from England, they come to see Command General Staff College. And many of these people go on and go back and become the leading military officers in their country. That's why I was trained for a year at. That's where I graduated from. So when people want to back home that don't know nothing, that don't understand people credentials and background, that always got something to say, I've been here to help. I've been here to help. Right? And that's the whole thing about it. You don't know what people know. You just mad because what I'm saying may be against somebody you support. You ain't say I lied. Nobody ever said I lied. So the thing about it is this. Like it or not, change is coming. Like it or not, accountability is coming. Accountability is coming. Nobody got to let everybody do. What you think I need to let you know what I'm doing? No, that's them folks that's scared. If they ain't do nothing, they shouldn't be scared. And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. If they didn't do anything, they shouldn't be scared. So I just want people to understand this, man. Folks, Albert, boy, you going back trying to clean up your Facebook? Say it ain't so, Albert. Say it ain't so. That man deleted. Hey, listen, that's why I keep receipts. That's why I keep receipts. He changed up the budget. That's why I keep receipts. That's why I keep receipts. And what it is y'all just not used to accountability. Y'all not used to what commitment or discipline or dedication look like. Y'all not used to that. That's what it is. Y'all just aren't used to it. And if you're going to try to fabricate a narrative, at least tell the truth. Tell the truth. You have a right to your opinion. But don't lie. Don't lie. It is what it is. You guys, look, if I lied, please show me where I lied and provide me proof. And I'm not just saying that to say that. I genuinely want to know. I also understand that people don't like to read. So this is what I do, right? And I know I did that long post, right? Did that long post this morning. And I'm finna show y'all. Look, here's that long post. That what he said, this is that done thesis or paper that he wrote, right? But look here. Look what I did. I summarized it. Cliff notes. Easy to understand. And then watch this. Common signs of failed city government. But look at this checklist. I'm going to ask y'all this. Any boil water notice in the last 12 months? Where you live at? City can't state non-revenue water percentage and plan. Check that off. That was highlighted during the last audit. Audits more than 12 months behind. They was behind from 2018 to 2023 with the exception of 2021. They just got that done. Why? Because they was under pressure to get it done for funding for ADEM. Repeat audit findings with no proof they were fixed. I can go back and I can show you guys they had the same issues over and over year after year with the audits. Contract invoices hard to obtain, don't exist. How many contracts or invoices have you guys seen for the city, for your city or your county? Frequent no bid purchases, unclear vendor selection. How many times have y'all seen the bid process done? I know Marion, shout out to Marion, they just did an open bid thing. But they just did that. High turnover in finance, water, leadership. No published project list with timelines and costs. Now, if you got all of that, if you got 6 to 8 of those, you got a failing system. And I guarantee you, the system is failing. Period. And if you call it out, now folks get in their feelings because, man, they black. You should just go to them in person. These folks don't listen. So I'm going to just raise awareness. I'm going to raise awareness. Like I'm raising the roof, raising the roof, I'm raising awareness. And for people that want to know, I have a problem with saying W and R words behind each other. So I have to be cognitive of that. That's not I'm not ashamed of that, but I just have to be cognitive of that. See, when you embrace the things that you struggle with, people can't use it against you. Like Albert allegedly did about the rumors about my father. He thought they were going to shut me up. And I'm going to provide proof. I'm going to show y'all something. And when y'all see that, for everybody that had something to say before, y'all ain't going to come out and say, dang, y'all just going to keep quiet and behind the 8 ball. But I would offer you this before I get off. When accountability comes, what are you going to say? When accountability comes, and it's coming, what are you going to say? What are you going to say? Yep. I would just tell you, man, the thing about it is this. One thing that I learned is, and I see it firsthand back home in Perry County in the Black Belt. Stop letting these folks hold stuff over you. These folks holding stuff over you. So what? You did it. And tell them, so what? When you realize that, when people realize they can't hold nothing over you, I'm telling you, you're a problem to them. You're a problem to them. You are a problem to them. And I'm just telling you, I'm coming home next Saturday. If y'all think I'm a problem now, I'm going to be active, very active as far as we're advocating for the truth and show the community the truth. So the best thing for these elected officials to do is just do the right thing. And you can try to kick the can down the road all you want to. There's ways around that. I'm just telling you that right now. It's ways around that. It's ways around that. I'm just telling you right now. Just do the right thing. And then, and I say this with all the respect. You disagreeing with me, I'm not losing any sleep because you disagree with me, because you don't like what I'm doing. I'm not losing any sleep. I'm not getting to a back and forth with you. You have a right to your opinion. There's nothing that I ever said or did that was personal. I'm sticking to the facts. I'm sticking to raising awareness to the people. And my heart has been filled with seeing the community step up, the community gaining courage and speaking up, the community sharing information, the community advocating for better, demanding what better, holding these elected officials accountable, the community dealing with their own insecurities and their own biases and addressing it firsthand, the community willingness to work together towards positive solutions, the community coming together and submitting complaints to the right appropriate levels so that we can move this thing forward. That I see that every day. And I'm not only encouraged by it, and my heart is filled with it. And I don't care. I don't care about an opinion about somebody that I don't even know exists. Right? If you want to help, I'm here to work with anybody. If you want to offer your opinion about me and whatever, only thing that I ask is just be factual. My name is spelled Shepherd, like Psalms 23, the Lord is my shepherd, right? It's not PPA, like this. You know my page, you've been watching it. At least spell my name right. At least do that. But at the end of the day, I'm going to still do God's work. I'm going to still do God's work. And like I said in my song, be careful what you say to me, because I got time today. I can turn the other cheek, but I got time today. If you don't hear me, you will see me. I got time today. Don't take my kindness for weakness, because I got time today. Because I'm standing on business. What business you standing on? And I will continue to stand on business and be about what's in the best interest of the community. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day.